Helldivers 2.
The Helldivers. Become part of an elite peacekeeping force!
The second Helldivers game from Arrowhead Game Studios. Wait a second, there was a Helldivers 1?
Thanks, Obama.
Today, we're going to talk about why friendly fire is foundational to Arrowhead Game Studios' game-making philosophy. I played Helldivers 1 with my roommate, like twice maybe, back in 2017. So I am what you might call a noob at diving to hell. But you know what I actually did play? The rest of Arrowhead's games. This was actually quite the surprising revelation to me. I knew that Arrowhead made great games. I didn't forget these games. I just forgot they were Arrowhead Game Studios games. Maybe if I say game a few more times, the script will be better. Games.
Yes!
I guess that makes me a bad fan, but a great liberator for democracy. Farting is my favorite pastime. Oops, I was supposed to cut that out. Helldivers 2 has taken the world by storm. Here is a fun fact. Helldivers 2 has achieved a higher gross revenue than all of Arrowhead Games' other games combined. But not just that, times literally 4. But it's just high production value third-person shooter Helldivers. Yes, it's high production value third-person shooter Helldivers. And it's entirely consistent with how Arrowhead makes their games. What is the through line between Arrowhead Game Studio games? Multiplayer. Frantic button combinations. And as crazy as this sounds, the most important through line of all, friendly fire. Turns out, accidentally blowing up your friends is hilarious.
Oh, I killed you.
It also turns out that context is important. If you have friends that don't laugh when you blow them up, maybe consider getting different friends. But let's start with magicka, a wild game filled with planned and unplanned comedy.
Enken, killar att i näpade blodjo. Det kappar mint, bara ryggsäck i competitris.
You're a wizard. You got all these elements you can combine and all these effects you can stack. Frost someone who's wet and they get frozen. Electric someone who is wet and they get extra electricked. You can put out fire with water unless it's a grease fire. Meteor storm just blows everything up. But if you have a fire shield up, you're a cool glass of water in a hellscape of heaven-sent death boulders. But if you have a healing shield up and you're burning to death, well, you might wish you had a cool glass of water instead of being one, because your healing isn't going to stop you from dying 1,000 deaths. You get the idea. Casting a complicated spell is like typing someone a letter, telling them you're going to break up if they don't stop farting when you're snuggling on the couch watching Korean dramas. Don't ask me why. That's the example that comes to mind. Does this, perchance, remind you of another game you've seen or played? But friendly fire is what I always remembered most about magicka.
No.
It burns.
Ow. That's a lot of...
The Arrowhead style was born. Then they made the showdown effect, which was quite the departure. Still fun. I had a stint of playing this game. Oh, more than I thought. Hey, but we're right back into it with Gauntlet Reboot. The Wizard in Gauntlet is basically just playing magicka in Gauntlet world. And while you can't kill each other, these words will haunt your dreams if you're familiar with Gauntlet.
Elf shot the food.
The friendly fire remained. Then we jump over to Helldivers. Same thing as Helldivers 2, but just not as graphical, in more ways than one. Slap a 2 on anything and it gets intense. Helldivers 2, Sonic 2, Gears of War 2, Uncharted 2, Grease 2. Why do I have Grease on my brain? In my previous video, I mentioned Grease as well. It's Grease, but with actual lightning. When I was like a 5-year-old, my sister, who is 10 years older than me, would watch Grease all the time. And for some reason, it's greasing its way out of my memory. But enough of my brain grease. Back to Helldivers 2. Helldivers 2 is too fast, too friendly, fire-us. There are a myriad of manners to murder your mates. And you will be murdered.
You will be. You will be.
Oh no! That might have been my fault.
I just light you on fire. No, I got you.
Did he kill himself?
Rather die.
Did you just land right in it?
Freedom marches onward. Thanks to you. You may proceed to extraction.
And this is both critical to the charm of the game and the core of Arrowhead Studios. It's a better game because you accidentally get murdered by your friends.
I am surprised that mine didn't blow the crap out of you, but it is going to blow the crap out of Kyo.
Quick shoutouts to my friend Michael, who gave me some clips from his gameplay with his squad. And Michael is just one of the greatest, most genuine, best people that I know. Thanks for sending me some of those clips, Michael. Appreciate it. Now, if you were playing this game with your enemies, friendly fire might be more of a problem. I suggest not playing Helldivers 2 with people that you hate. It will make you hate them more. But why is it a good idea to have such intense, friendly fire? You've probably heard this term bandied about in publicity surrounding a game, divergent gameplay. Oops. I meant emergent gameplay. It's experiences in the game happening that aren't entirely planned. A developer could never plan for how overzealous your teammate will be with the arc lightning gun.
There you go. There you go.
They could never predict the thought patterns going through your friend's head when he decides to place a minefield.
Run, 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 run.
Steven, my leg is broken. I cannot run. Steven is a doctor, by the way. What happens next? Comment below what do you think the answer to this question is. Quick aside, I'm really close to 1,000 subscribers, which is when they start giving you ad revenue money. And I could start making $1 per video. Please, I want $1 per video. Please subscribe. The missions don't change all that much in Helldivers 2. The maps aren't that dynamic. They do some switch up on the side quests available, but it's mostly the same experience regardless of the map. But you fart down 2 or 3 other Helldivers with you into a combat zone, and anything can happen.
Did you see that giant thing spitting at us? There's a giant...
Oh crap! I see it now!
Think about this for a second. You're all alone on an alien planet. giant monster insects are spawning out of the ground. You can't see 3 feet in front of your own face until it's too late. The whole world shakes at their presence. The world is hell, and you are tasked to dive. But you fart down 2 or 3 other Helldivers with you, and now it's a clown show.
My hug. Which is low. The enemy gave me a bullet hug instead. Woo! Oh my god, I'm getting pooped all over. Oh my god! Did you see that, Modest?
It's a television program about clowns. Clowns that have access to nuclear bombs. Multiplayer is critical to Arrowhead Games providing clown show opportunities. And friendly fire is the soul. Friendly fire is the core of democracy.
Good luck!
You savage! You savage!
Just kidding, I'm opening the book. You dove into my phone. Oh no.
And because they've cultivated this friendly fire, comedy, and craziness as a foundation of their game.
Oh gosh! Oh gosh! Oh gosh! You left me! You left me!
Get in the ship!
I'm trying!
I would like to remind the audience that Steven is a doctor. Anyways, because they've cultivated this comedy and craziness culture, when you have a glitch, it just adds to the comedy.
Whoa. What the hell?
When you get wildly ragdolled, it's not as frustrating losing control of your character because it's hilarious and wild.
I'm losing so much blood! I need stems!
Now let's not pretend like this isn't a fantastic looking game. It's crazy to look at. The art direction of the light through the alien trees, the diversity of planetary flora. When there is a maelstrom of bullets and explosions and death spinning around you, a pylon of chaos, it's truly something to behold. The game stands on its own merits and doesn't need the gimmick of friendly fire goofs, right? Wrong! Those things are beautiful frosting on the cake that is Helldivers 2, but the soul is friendly fire. Even your positioning as a squad changes and becomes more a SWAT team simulator instead of an Overwatch cluster of pixelated human approximations. You don't position smartly, you'll gun down your teammates as they try to retreat.
Oh, no, 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 no! No!
If you're not cognizant of your compatriots, then instead of headshots to robots, it'll be sayonara to your best friend's cerebellum. I almost killed you there, but I'm a true champion of democracy. Friendly fire makes you think about everything differently. Now granted, when you're playing with randos and they blow you up with an ill-advised orbital, it's less amusing than when your friend does it. Substantially less amusing. So if you really boil it down, maybe the real core and foundation of Helldivers 2 and all Arrowhead's games is friends themselves. Because of Helldivers 2, my friend Michael reconnected with a buddy he had not talked to much in the last 10 years. Maybe the real Helldivers 2 is the friends we made along the way. And if saving my friends means leading this giant vomit cockroach on a merry chase, then dying before I can extract, then it was an honor to serve.
Liberty has seen you through.
Hold on a second. My own teammate killed me with incendiary bullets. This is the worst game in the whole world. The game lives on its own merits. It's wild and exciting, it's tactical, and requires substantial teamwork. The enemies are interesting and engaging, but you take friendly fire out of the equation, and suddenly that blossoming flower of freedom withers into a dirty and grotesque husk of communism. Managed Democracy Simulator gets the Benfred stamp of double heck yes. And that's in large part because of the foundation of friendly fire.